Alright guys, welcome to a special edition of the Kenyan podcast.
Yeah.
Today I'm hanging out with Mr. Japan himself, you guys.
Konnichiwa.
Arigato.
Arigato gozaimasu. Arigato is very casual, man. Don't tell me arigato. I'm not your friend.
What does arigato mean, you guys?
Arigato means thank you. But arigato gozaimasu means thank you very much. That is the business way to say thank you. If you go to a business meeting and say arigato, they might not want you back.
So that's like familiarity.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting, you guys. Eskia, I'll have a lot of iskias kwa hii podcast.
I'll lie to you. You guys don't know shit about Japan. I've been there for 10 years.
You know, my dad used to work in Japan. Eh?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he used to have this guys called, I think, JICA.
I know JICA. Oh, your dad used to work for JICA?
Yeah, I used to work for JICA.
It's amazing, man.
We actually used to have some Japanese chick who used to live in our house.
What?
Yeah, man.
That's why you like Japan a lot.
Yeah, I really love stories of Japan, you guys. One day I'll go there and stay there, you guys.
Welcome, man. I have a couch.
You guys, if you have a couch, that means you're rich, you guys.
Yeah, man. In Japan, having a couch, man. You made it, man.
It's a couch which also is a bed. You know those couches? Yeah, but inakuwa bed. The rents in Tokyo are sick, eh?
Bro. Oh, man. Yeah, just go and look for on YouTube. Just go and check for the smallest apartments in Tokyo. Yeah, the rents are crazy because the city is big and the population is insane. There's no, Japan. The entire country is an island, so there's no much space. Actually, Kenya is bigger than Japan in terms of size.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but population-wise, Japan is like 127 mil. Kenya is 55.
Hey, the Japanese are banging, you guys.
Man. But now they're not having
Cheki arigato konnichiwa.
You tell your chick thank you when you're coming. What the fuck is that, man? Can you curse on this pod?
Yeah, you can, yeah. You guys, when you're busting a nut, you can say anything, you guys. You can say arigato, konnichiwa.
No. You say iku.
Iku means what?
I'm coming, yes.
You guys, that's
funny. The funny thing, like my Japanese is so messed up. I used to teach elementary school kids, so they taught me a lot of words from like kids vocabulary.
You used to teach them English?
Yes. So my Japanese is a mixture of both vocabularies.
Oh, okay. So you are teaching these kids in Japanese or in English?
In English.
You are teaching them in English?
I'm actually what they call an assistant language teacher.
Oh, assistant, you guys.
Yes, they call us ALTs. In Japan, that means a loser.
But you
if anyone tells you they teach English in Japan, that is something anybody. If you're watching this pod and you think you're a loser, just remember there are people there.
But what's with the assistant? Because when you're assisting someone.
Funny, yeah. There's a Japanese teacher who's teaching the class.
Oh, okay.
You just have to go and stand there and wait for your turn. Maybe if they're practicing a new phrase or vocab, they repeat after. It's like you are a radio. They press repeat after me. Apple, and then you shut up.
Oh, okay.
Then they'll call you again.
So it's actually assisting for real. You are actually literally assisting.
Yes. You, sometimes you go to class, your job will be only to ask them for the day, date, and weather, and that's it. You won't do anything else for 45 minutes. You'll just be standing there.
You're just standing there like a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Like a pogo that you.
Wondering what happened to your life.
Exactly. So to be honest, like in Japan, the most looked down on group of foreigners are assistant language teachers, ALTs, and they're like, it makes like 90% of foreigners in Japan. Yeah, because
majority of the guys I come across are teachers.
Yes. Yeah. So they'll tell you, I'm an ALT. It's the easiest job to get as long as you have a bachelor's in any field.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
even
the only thing.
Even in botanics, you guys.
Bro, even in flowers.
Anything, bro. With the degree ya Ruto ni gani, you guys? Ni ya zoology.
Ruto?
I think near botany and zoology.
Huyo jamaa alisomea mimea.
That guy can be an ALT, you guys.
I know the way he dealt with that maze. Hey. I'm innocent.
So what was your first day teaching like? Was it and then sorry, I'm asking too many questions at the same time. Did you have that? There's another guy on YouTube who's was in China, a black guy.
Okay.
So he walks around at Chinese kid sees black guy the first time. So he does some sick views. So is it a similar experience? Because you're an ALT and then you're also a black ass nigger, you guys.
Yes.
From Luandeti, you guys.
No, fuck Luandeti, man. I'm from Luandeti.
Okay, I'm from Luandeti. I just needed a Lunje place to throw
Okay, yeah, Luandeti is Lunje enough, you know. It sounds like South Sudan, Luandeti. You know, it's like
just
just
to
black,
commit to
you
that
know?
joke and finish it.
The cradle of humankind or mankind, yeah. Yeah,
So,
I mean,
how's it, man? Like the first days being.
I was confused. I didn't know what to do because you get a contract and you just sent to school. And then I thought, I'll be there organizing lessons and trying to grade kids and all that and changing lives.
Oh, okay.
Nothing like that, man. So it was a little bit difficult because, as I said, I didn't know what to do. But you just maneuver. You have a small training, but it is very useless because the things they teach you, they train you on, they never actualize in class. So you just have to talk with the teacher you are paired up with. So those are the people who can make your life easy or difficult.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so for me, I was just following along, and then it just became,
And how about the kids? Were they used to a black guy?
Man. Luckily, I'm around Tokyo area.
Very cosmopolitan.
Yes, cosmopolitan, international. So we have people from all over the world. But still, even in Tokyo is so wide, Tokyo is so big. Actually, there's an area called the Kanto area. It's not just Tokyo. It's like Japan has 47 like prefectures, like counties. And the Kanto area has like 4, which is like Tokyo being one of them. There is Chiba, there is Saitama, and there is Ibaraki.
Okay.
So you can live in these 4 and work in Tokyo. Of course, the distance can be a little far. But for example, if you work in Chiba, it's still around Tokyo. Even if you ask someone, where do you live? If they are from Chiba, they'll just tell you Tokyo because it's, it's like Ronga.
It's like saying I live in Nairobi.
There you go.
And Nairobi is
and
huge.
You live in Kite.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Like Mimi, man.
Exactly. But you tell people Nairobi, right?
When you're outside Nairobi, you tell guys.
Na ukitembea bana vumbi imekuja paka kwa Kisogo.
Unaona venye gari yangu inakaa, you guys. This guy is like, hey, Kenya mazee watu wanapitia.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. Yeah, so somewhere like not Rongai, Kite has seen fewer white people compared to the CBD, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So kuna wase huko pia wakiona Walami or the Chinese, they'll be like, oh, what the fuck, you know? Yeah. So it happened to me. Like at first it makes you feel some type of way. You feel like
a spectacle, huh?
Yes, you're a celebrity basically, and you just get used to it. Kuna wenye they're surprised to see you and they're happy. There are some who are scared of you. I had a student who just used to come to class and say Saru. Every day he just goes like Saru. I didn't know what Saru is. And then like 3 weeks, 1 month in, I realized Saru means monkey.
Seriously, you guys?
Yes.
Damn.
But I went home. I was pissed.
Did
it was
you
my
cry?
first time. No, fuck that shit. Umeniita Tumbili. Tumbili is a comedian in Kenya. Why should I cry? Umeniita comedian in Kenya. No, I remember some a different comedian. I'm not that Kenyan comedian you guys. So I just memorized the phrase. Stop it.
Stop it.
Yes, because I'm very funny and I can make anybody laugh.
Yeah.
So I just, once he used to come, I hear him saying that, I just went and told him, Yamete kudasai.
Okay. Yamete kudasai.
Yes, Yamete kudasai. Yeah. Like, motherfucker, stop this shit, I mean business. And he thought I was joking. He never told anyone this. It might get me fired. I held his hand like this, like so strong. And when I released it, it was red.
Yeah. You held it monkey style.
Bro, I was a monkey on that fucking banana, bro. That was the last time he did it. That was the last time. He stopped because he was like, I've never seen this guy vibrate, bubble like that. You know what I mean? So
how old was that kid?
Like 12? Yeah, junior high school.
Adole ilikuwa imeanza
kuseti. Yeah, exactly. So you find some kids who shout nigga every time they see you because they think it's cool. Some you know they're learning a new language now when you may learn yamete kudasai, if you see a Japanese you might be tempted to shout yamete kudasai just to show them, hey, I know a little bit of Japanese, you know. So them, to show you that they know a little bit of English, they'll shout some words they know in English, like monkey or fuck, you know, and then they laugh, they think it's, you know.
So you just ignore them. There's a day we were with a man in Kisumu, then a man receives a lot of heckling, especially out of town, even here.
Wow.
So some guy said something in Indian. Okay, it's not Indian, Punjabi or something. So he said something about his mother. He said something to the tune. I don't know if it's Benjot. it sounded like a longer phrase. So a man was on stage. Manzai amechapa my jokes. So it was Migori. Was it Migori? Yeah, I think it was Migori. Yeah. So someone in the audience just said something.
Was he an Indian guy?
A man. You don't know a man?
No, I know a man. The guy
No. He was a local fellow.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a Migorian. Yeah, so a man was upset. Check it, who is that? Who has said something about my mother? Who is that?
He should have tried his kilemba. Who's that?
Yeah, but so I think these things happen everywhere.
They happen everywhere, man. But you know, for me, it's been almost 10 years. You just grow a thick skin. And I'm also a comedian. I do roasts. I do... Like, people make fun of me on stage, you know? Like, for me, I think just being in that environment, I've developed thick skin. Like, for me, you can say anything you want about me. Like, my insecurities, I dealt with them already. You know, I'm not doing surgery. I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm good the way I am.
Yeah, true. You've accepted yourself.
Yeah, I've accepted myself fully. I've been ashamed on and off stage. Like unapigwa mbele ya watu, and you know the roast that we do, it's like
they're brutal.
Bro, people come for your life. People come for your dead father. Yes.
There's no sacred
bro,
cow.
There's no limits, no limits, bro. No limits. 2020. Yes, so
unapata macho zako zinaenda kwa hizo. You know the way your eyes become watery. No, there's another guy who did a bit which I even downloaded and shared on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
He said something about Nairobi toys don't go to school. I've forgotten that bit.
Was he an African American?
Yeah,
Troy, motherfucking Troy. Man. That guy is brutal. He's a good guy.
Joke about schools or something.
Yeah, he said
we don't have schools.
He said like, in this not the exact word, but he said, you know, we always blame America to have a lot of shootings.
Yes. School shootings.
Yes. But last year, there was one school shooting in Kenya. But given that Kenya has only 4 schools, that's like 25% of data. Yes.
Yeah, you gotta think it was fun.
Exactly. No, Troy is a killer.
But they tell us about the roast now that you've brought it up. You guys are doing a lot of roasting shows. As we've done one here. It's called The Roast House. It's on Showmax if you haven't checked it out. But you guys have been doing this for a while, right?
Yes, we've been doing the roast for the last 7 years almost. 7,
and you
8
guys
years.
are a beast. Because you guys, when a host introduces you, the first thing I've noticed you do is roast the host.
Yes.
Like that's normally a thing you do, right?
Exactly, yes. For me, like, I always... Like, even when I'm doing stand-up now, that is the way I enter the stage.
Yes. I've seen that stuff.
Yes, I think it's always just something to... unscripted, and it shows the audience that you just haven't memorized your jokes, you know, because sometimes you don't even know who's gonna be the host, and then you go there, you throw a quick one, however it goes, even if it kills, even if it doesn't, you know, it's just an introduction, but if it kills, they're like, oh, this guy is funny, you know what I mean? So there's no losing. Once you get on stage and roast the host, even if it's not funny, you are not losing, because of course people will just be like, it's an introduction, you know. So I've done from the beginning. I've done almost all the roasts in Tokyo. Sometime I take a break because you find out that you roasted almost everyone or every country.
But what's the audience like? Let's start from there. Is it a Japanese audience or it's cosmopolitan?
Bro, our audience is and I think this is one of the few privileges that I've had as a comedian in Tokyo. Our audience is very...
Our audience is very
international. International audience.
Couldn't let that slip.
Wacha anga zingine zipite bana. Ai, wewe na wewe bana. Now skiza, my Japanese is more fluent than my English.
I'm kidding you guys. So the audience is
so our audience is very
you guys, I'm about to roast to host Nani on this podcast.
Nani?
I think it'll air on Monday. Huyu jamaa anaitwa Tom Daktari. Unajua Tom Daktari?
Tom Daktari namjua.
Yeah, you should
I like his skits.
He started with his skits about mwalimu.
Yeah.
So alikuwa anajiita mwalimu Tom. Now he's really shaken all the Wakambas. Him and another guy called Sami Kioko.
Sami Kioko, the guy who won the thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen a few of their clips, but I think
those guys are beasts.
Yeah, man, I heard their filling rooms and all that shit.
Man, Wakamba ka wote standard. They have a show called Wamusi.
Yes.
Wamusi show. So they go. In fact, they do shows just in Ukambani, Mombasa, because Mombasa has a lot of Wakamba.
A show in Ukambani.
Kitengela. Can you imagine? Stand up is taking its own life.
Bro, and I love it, man. I love it because even living in Japan, I always think that, I just want to go home and be able to do whatever I'm doing here.
Yeah, can you
know what I mean?
Yeah, you should come back.
Yo, undeni scene kwanza.
Alafu sasa utakuwa unakuwa hapa and then now from here you launch yourself back to Tokyo.
Exactly. Yeah.
And all these other places. Yeah. So you're telling me the audience is very cosmopolitan.
Very international.
Oh, okay.
Like I've performed for people from Vietnam, Uzbekistan, Iran. Like you have people from all over the world in the crowd, and that's really makes your jokes international. Because once you kill in that room, for me, anytime I travel outside Japan, I don't really edit my material that much because they've been tried and tested in a place where everybody is from everywhere in the world. So it's like, if you get one universal laugh in that room, there's a high chance that your jokes are like they're gonna kill anywhere they go.
And I think me personally, I need that because I'm very in the moment. So kama niko nax, mimi na focus to nax.
Which is
check
good.
The thing about brown teeth. So if I'm able to expand, and that's why traveling is good. If I'm able to travel, I spend some time in a scene like Tokyo, New York. I think it expands you and grows you as a comic.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Having different audiences really pushes you to write on a different level. And that's why I was talking to some guy, I won't mention him here, in Kenya, a comedian here, and I told him, the same thing I told a friend of mine in Ghana called Augustine. Told him, you guys have a good thing going on. Even here in Kenya, it's amazing. I love it. But I kind of get disappointed when new people have a good setup and then the punchline is in Swahili.
Yeah, it's...
I'm like...
Can you imagine, say, if you're Mzungu in the audience?
Yes.
Like, you lose out there.
You just feel... you
miss
just
out
feel left out,
Yeah.
Yes. Even in Tokyo, there are many jokes that we do, and then the punchlines are like in Japanese. But I'm trying to stay away from those because you can only do that in Tokyo.
And you need a lot of discipline because it's easy to do that, right?
It is a low-hanging fruit, You can just say, and then I talked to him and he was like, Bwana wezi nimeshakupea pesa. It's very easy. Yeah, but I'm trying to train myself, or I've trained myself, not enough, but of course, in comedy always improve. I'm trying to continue doing pure English everywhere I go.
With setups, with the punchlines which are universal-ish.
Yes.
Like you can just tweak a little thing and it can work anywhere.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't tweak a lot in whenever I travel. For example, I have this joke about renting a house in Tokyo. I say, like, I went to the realtor and I didn't have enough documents. Because to get a house in Tokyo, you need a lot of stuff, You need your work contract, you need your visa, you need a reference, a referee, you need... And then just add some things. You need your grandmother's death certificate, blah, blah, blah. And then part of the setup, which is a semi-punchline, I say that, thank God I have a Nigerian friend with a computer. So I got everything on time,
Yeah.
So Nigerians with computers, this is international.
Yes,
I've done the same thing in Malaysia. It killed,
Yeah.
And then I saw, and then I go ahead. Now this is the punchline. The first house was 30 minutes from the station, 100,000 yen. I couldn't afford it; too expensive. The second house was 80,000 yen, 15 minutes from the station. And I asked, why is the second house cheaper than the first one and it is closer to the station? And the guy told me it's because the guy who used to live there died in the house. That's why it's 20,000 cheaper. And my next question was, do you have anything closer to the station where the entire family died?
Oh yeah. Yeah, so, that's good.
Yeah, so I live. So now I live 2 minutes from the station in a 4-bedroom house.
Yeah,
Thank God that dead family. You know?
Yeah. No, that can work anywhere.
Yes, you see, sir. You see now, like if I come and perform that in Kenya, I can't say close to the station. I say close to the bus stop.
No, even if you tell it as a story of your experience there that you live close to the station, it will still fly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can tell it that way.
In any urban audience, it will fly.
And I can also choose to localize it. You know?
Yeah.
If I go to another country where they use bus stops, I can say closer to the bus stop.
Exactly,
you know, just something that makes them feel like this is a complete joke on its own, and that joke is universal. It doesn't matter where you go; it will kill it.
And that's why I think comedians should really travel, because you can find a comedian who's really good. Here we have some comedians who are good in specific rooms. Okay, like you can find a comedian in a specific room, he kills it.
Yes.
But now if you remove him from this room and take him, say, to another room, like we used to have another room in Westlands called Mayura. I think you came there once.
I think I did.
So if you remove the guy from Hapa umpeleke Mayura, he starts bombing thoroughly. So I think it's the same thing. In fact, I'm the one who used to tell them, hey, but you only performing in one room. You need to travel to many rooms so that you grow your skill.
Yeah.
So I think even performing in one city, you become a local champion.
Yes.
So that's why we don't have a lot of international comics being invited for comedy around the world. Although shout out to Justin Wonder. Justin Wonder has been invited to Johannesburg.
Yeah, man, I saw that.
International Comedy Festival.
I was actually thinking of that's great, man. I talked to a guy called Brian Awald. He's on that list. He's a Canadian comedian. I met him in Tokyo. He came and he did the roast, the second roast we did in Japan.
Okay.
That's how I met him. He hit me up a couple of months ago. Yo, I'm moving to Egypt with my wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's moving to Egypt.
Yes.
He's a white guy.
Yeah.
These white guys really move wherever the heck.
No, he's a comedian. He's fucking poor. He's the wife paying his shit. The wife is a teacher at an international school.
So she's gotten a job in Egypt. Huh?
Yes. So he was like, yo, I wanna hit a few rooms in Nairobi and Joburg and all. Oh, do you know anybody in SA? He was like, yeah. I'm already sorted. I have a thing going on. So now he's actually planning to come to Kenya.
Oh, nice.
I think he's the guy who I linked you up with.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That
on the chat.
Guy, yes. It's an amazing guy. That guy is great. That guy shot his special in Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar. He's on Amazon. Great.
Mongolia,
Yes, it's streaming on Amazon, man. It's a fucking great special.
You know what I want to do? I want to go and spend some time in Malaysia. Or like that circuit of Malaysia. Obviously, I'll definitely come to Japan, God willing. But I obviously it's cheaper to fly to Malaysia and stuff.
Yeah,
and also life is slightly cheaper. I'm sure if I come to Japan, I'll crash on your couch for a week.
Yeah, I mean, no worries, man. You're welcome.
I really want
you just pay 6,000 a night.
No, that's you guys. One podcast gives me 6 G's, you guys. Okay, a year, but
this is not economy.
Hey, have you seen the Ikonini guys are killing it, you guys?
Killing it, man. I'm actually yesterday, funny thing, I met Rapture.
Hey, did you see him on my podcast, you guys?
Yeah, man.
You guys, that episode has the highest number of views.
Really?
11,000.
Hey, that's views, amazing, man. I mean, I met him there and I was there, man. Nilikuwa Ikonini podcast yenyu nilikuanga nakuanga comedian Japan. Just look at me like this motherfucker wants to steal my phone.
No, that guy is a dope guy.
No, he's a good guy. You know, the first time I met him was during the LOL auditions.
Oh,
in
you
West
went?
I went to almost 10 auditions. Nilikuwa nazifail and then the one we pitted, I think K24 cancelled their contract, so there was no recording.
Dang. And I scared they used to pay well.
Yes.
Comparatively.
Yeah. They I think so. I never got paid, but
yeah, man. So shout out to Konini, you guys.
The Wagos, I think they used to get
those guys made some good money. It's funny, most of those guys are not doing stand-up anymore.
Bro, it's fucking disappointing. I don't know if...
Maybe it was just a stepping stone for them to do other things. And I'm sure if they continue, those guys would be killers.
Yes, man. I think... I don't know. As you said, maybe for them it was just a stepping stone. Because for me, like, I don't think I'll ever stop doing stand-up. Like
for me, it's so addictive. First of all,
bro,
that feeling when you get off stage.
Bro, this thing is addictive.
Kill you guy. You get some adrenaline.
What about when you bomb?
Okay, you feel like shit, but you feel like shit, obviously. Yes. But it lasts just a night.
That's the thing.
And then now next day you wanna go back on.
But funny thing for me nowadays, even if I bomb, it does not affect me as it used to. Yeah.
No, but I think now you have a way of you've bombed. But I think as you grow older in this thing, you know how to not. Even if you won't get the laugh you wanted, you know something to add.
Yes.
Utaongeza kitu
exactly.
So
Yeah. True.
Maybe it's a comment about the bombing or just something else.
Yes.
The first time I met Hamo, I was still very green. So we went to Nakuru and then he did this set. He killed it.
Mungu awabariki.
Yeah, bana check it. Used to add alikuwa naongezanga mavisha.
Kuna show yake nilikuwa naona man. Ilikuwa ngumu lakini anaongeza.
Cheki ushawahi ingia gari ukaenda pale Nakuru National Park. Umeripa ukaingia na gari ukazunguka ukaona Bafara ukaona Siba. Alafu ukitoka ukifika pale Gilgil, unaona wanyama. Unaona hao wanyama. Unaona. Cheki guys.
So Hamo,
you guy, but that guy is a killer. You guy,
yeah, he's energetic, man.
So you guy, that guy. So when he was on stage, he said, "Ati alichapa joke." That was after he was telling me. Ati alichapa joke. Alafu akaona hawajapata, so akaongeza. So to me, that was amazing at that moment.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have that ability. I didn't know what he was talking about. But I realized as you stay in the craft,
that's the thing.
You'll get off stage and say, that wasn't very good.
Yes.
Because you just added.
That was great.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but bombing happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it does. It does. But, you develop that third eye, I call it. The more you go on stage and the more you try different stuff. And it just comes with time and experience, man.
Yeah, time. So are you guys, what's the scene like in Tokyo? Is it bustling? Do you guys have 38 comedy clubs like New York?
No. Tokyo is actually very small. Tokyo is smaller than the comedy scene in Tokyo is smaller than Malaysia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How big is Tokyo, by the way? Ni kama
Tokyo,
Nairobi City.
No,
in size.
Nairobi is like Mkuru wa Njenga in Tokyo.
So it's Nairobi a long, spread out city.
It's the biggest metropolitan in the world.
Damn.
In the world. New York got nothing.
So development lakini inaenda
bro. From here to Nakuru. Nax. Bado uko Tokyo. Nax.
Na bado kumejengeka upati kama huts, a few huts.
No. Even outside Tokyo.
You know the way when you leave Eldoret to kidogo unapata nyumba za matope. Hata hapa Nairobi, if you just drive kidogo you start seeing wooden buildings.
Yeah, I mean Tokyo has a few of those, but it's only what they want to maintain their tradition or whatever. But most of the places it's developed ndio kuna city center, but every city has its own city center. Those satellite cities, they're all over there's nothing you can find in the middle of Tokyo that you can't find anywhere else in Tokyo. You know what I mean? Kuna everything everywhere. Yeah.
So how come, considering the size, comedy is not as big as
language?
Oh, okay.
Comedy is big, but English stand-up is not that big.
Oh, so it's like what we are doing here.
Yeah, they have their own comedy called Manzai.
Okay.
Manzai is they go on stage, two people. Nile wakina Nyegese walikuwa wanafanya.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they are still there, and it's a big industry. It's huge, man. So the difference between comedy and Manzai is that Manzai is performed with two people, and English stand-up comedy is funny.
You guys iko wapi kitu hapa hivi?
Uko nayo?
Niko nayo you guys. Hii podcast ina grow you guys. Tuko na equipment.
Studio mzima bwana.
In fact that one was too low. Let me repeat it you guys. Yes. What has happened you guys? Kitu inaniangusha hapa nimeichocha you guys. What is going on? I was reducing the volume. There we go.
Yay!
I'll edit it so itakaribiana.
Sawa.
So unasema Manzai mazee ndio inashika Tokyo you guys.
Manzai bana.
It's sort of a family show, right?
Yes, mostly. And Japanese are these people, like, if you want to be a sumo wrestler, you have to go to sumo school and live that life. It's like,
yeah, it's a craft.
It's a craft. So if you want to be a Manzai comedian, you can't just go to open mics.
Oh.
No, you have to take 3 years.
Seriously?
You go to school.
Eish.
And wash comedians' feet and iron their shirts before going on stage, give them water for a good amount of time. I think it's 1 to 3 years. Pay a lot of money, live in specific place.
The Manzai house apartment.
Yes, exactly. Manzai house. The kilelesho huko Manzai zao huko. Yeah, live there for a long time. Study the craft from the masters.
This thing you guys must.
Then
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, check it out, man. Check it out, man. Actually, one of the guys who was the most famous comedian, it's called I've forgotten his name. He died.
Fugoichi.
Fugoichi. Ichi actually means one. So
okay.
It might be
so
a
it's
name.
a one Fugo.
Yeah, one Fugo. So the guy,
the guy is the baddest Manzai
yes,
ever.
But he died.
Oh, sorry,
yeah, he died. I'm just saying this because he's from the same city that I'm living in now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I didn't know that even before moving there, and then I moved, and then I found his statue at the train station.
Damn.
And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
You're gonna die.
But I need a statue somewhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was like, this is too much of a coincidence. He's like one of the greats to ever do it. He died of COVID.
Shit.
Yeah. So, yeah.
COVID took away our Manzai.
Imagine Manzai legend. He survived all those bombings COVID, and then just.
You guys, man. You guys, atomic bomb, you guys.
Bro.
Huh?
Survived COVID, just.
So I'm trying to understand, like, in a nutshell. So is it like. You said it's kind of similar, like, to the Nyegese guys. So one guy says this, the other guy responds.
Exactly.
So they take it that serious.
They're also like slapstick, some shit like that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they take it that serious because comedy is a big, it's a big industry there, and then the leading agency is called the Yoshimoto, Yoshimoto agency. When they sign you as a comedian,
you're done.
You're done. Your life.
You're gonna be doing ads for Toyota.
Yes. But
would you like to buy a Toyota?
But before you reach that level, you have to live in their domes. They have domes like.
What's up with these guys with seriousness?
Exactly. They don't play. Japanese people don't play like.
Hii life.
Unalala chini ya dagu mutai, unalala juu mashari yakikonyoa inashuka hivyo like. Mnaishi hivyo. You go training. And I know a friend of mine who's actually a Japanese comedian, but he's signed to Yoshimoto. They sent him to Malaysia, you guy. Yeah, he does English and Japanese. They told him, don't come here for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then 2 years he shared, they're like, don't come here until you make something of yourself.
But now, are they do you think now, okay, now let's go back now to the stand-up scene. So did you guys build it up? How did it come up then?
Bro, I went to Japan 10 years ago, right? When I arrived, funny enough, I started stand-up in Nairobi here. I started at my first open mic was at Kenya Corner. I did Kenya Corner at Hilton. That's where I met the Butita, the Kingoris, the Ofuenekes, the Sleepies. And after that, I did Churchill a little bit. Auditions, I never made it even to Raw.
You were sent away, you guys.
Hey, man.
Check it. Unaweza enda Japan.
Hiyo joke itachekesha wase hawaelewi Kiswahili, unajua?
Cheki, ushaisikia about Manzai.
Japan unataka Nyegese huko, hebu tembea. Yeah, man, so I nilianguka ma auditions huko, man. I remember me and Akuku going back to Rongai, there consoling each other. Yeah. Si alikuwa naishi, tulikuwa tunaishi Masai ile hapo. Hey bro. Now I see people I say with them like, oh man, I'm glad it worked for you.
Where was I that time? How come I didn't meet you?
Good question. I think I was before you, bro.
Oh, you were before.
Nilikuwa huko na wakina. I was there when Oyo was still there.
Oh, yeah. That's a while back.
Actually, Oyo is the guy who took me there. Oyo is my good friend. We grew up together.
Oh, okay.
Even when he won the top
pick up.
comic. Yeah, that's when I came back and I was like, I know this nigga. He's not that funny, mtaani. You're not sure.
I'm funnier than this
I'm
guy.
funnier than this nigga. And he was like, you think so? Twende audition iko Hilton. Nikaenda audition. I remember the joke I did at first. And you know who laughed at that joke? And he thought, he made me think. No, this was at
Hilton.
I
The show
was
Jalas.
Yes. I was performing in front of other comedians. And I did this joke about Jamaican pastors. I was like, the devil wanna kill you. He wanna take you, bend you over. The devil wanna hinder. Nobody laughed apart from this guy, Obina.
Oh, right.
Obina alikufa, alicheka mbaya sana.
When he was,
and he wasn't even a comedian then, he was a musician. Alikuwa anajiita MGZ. Yes. Tulikuwa tunaenda kuperform hapo club inaitwaje opposite NTV.
Opposite MTV. It was
There's this Tribeca.
Yeah, Tribeca. Yeah.
Yes, we perform stand up. Now akina Okal, and then Obina sings. He wasn't even doing stand up.
Oh, okay.
So
alikuwa anaimba Nigeria.
Alikuwa Mjomeka.
Maybe that's why he related.
I think that's why he related with that joke. I don't know if he can remember this. I don't even know if he can remember me. It's been like years, you know. Yeah. So, anyways, after that, I went to Japan. The first thing I googled once I landed in Tokyo was open mic comedy in Tokyo.
You are serious about this thing.
Bro, nilisema ndaonyesha hawa jinga. Nyinyi mnanifukuza huko na vile nimekuwa mfani huko. Najua, I mean, I was a bit angry because unajua.
Yeah, I know the feeling of rejection.
Yes, but I know, like, I came to realize that, of course, I wasn't funny.
Yeah.
You know,
we all think we're funny when
we
we
all
start.
think you're funny, and when someone says no, you think that they hate you. No, the truth is that you need time, you need to develop that craft. And that's the issue we're having in Tokyo now, actually. There are so many people who are coming and then they see us doing, they think it's easy because they're just white and they can speak English. Then they come and then we see what they're doing and then you're like, bro,
you need time.
And then they go on Reddit and start talking shit. And it's whatever.
Even in Mombasa, because we are building up the scene in Mombasa right now.
That's dope, man.
So what happens is I go early, me and Doug, then we meet Mombasa, the local guys, try and write jokes. So the next day when you're telling a guy, hey, you just watch the show tonight. If someone looks at you like, what? There's another guy that guy, there's another guy, I won't mention his name because he's coming up nicely. But hey, he was, that day when I told him he's not going on stage, he was like, paka aliniita kando akaniambia wewe bana, so nipatie tu 1 minute.
Dakika moja wanipatie tu.
I was like, Z one. So now I went up.
The guy told you, come microphone. Not to lights.
Camera.
Not to light. He was like, car light. And he remembered he needs to. Like, car light.
This guy was, he wanted to go on stage, but he wasn't ready yet. So I was telling him, most of these guys, you're trying to tell them that it's better for you. Like, it'll be embarrassing for you if you get on stage and get that rejection from the audience. But as you're saying, when you're new, you feel like all these guys,
bro, you feel like these people think I will take over, so they don't want me to prosper, you know. Yeah. So I went and I googled the English stand-up, and there was a Tokyo comedy store run by this Canadian guy called Dave Guthridge, and I went to the open mic, bro, the middle of Tokyo, in a kitchen, bro. 7 people in attendance.
So that's the open mic now.
No, bro, the Tokyo comedy.
That's the show.
That was an open mic.
Okay. Yeah, it's an open mic show.
Yes.
But it's in a kitchen setup.
In a kitchen setup in Tokyo. And there were 7 people in the audience, and I wrote my name down. And I actually did okay.
Like, was the chef cooking you guys?
Yeah.
So there's...
Exactly, yeah.
And guys are ordering food.
Downstairs is a restaurant, actually. Kitchen is upstairs, and they can't give us a restaurant. You fucking foreigners, you'll come here, stop our business, and then you go kitchen to me and you go. So, yeah, that's the only space.
Was that where they were running the room? That was just the open mic room.
No, that was where they were running the room.
Hey, how did they convince these guys to put them in the kitchen?
Bro, that's the thing. The guy he's been in Japan for a long time, so he speaks Japanese. He was like, hata kama ni jikoni.
Nipatie tu dakika 10.
Dakika 10 hata kama ni jikoni. Tutanunua bia. Tutanunua tu bia. Tafadhali.
No, but that level of like drive is
bro,
amazing.
That's the thing, man. And then I did that for years.
The kitchen show.
Yes, every Tuesday.
Mko hapo kwa
Yeah,
kitchen.
na sayo mimi niko chuo. I went to uni.
Okay. Oh, you're studying at the time.
I went to do my second bachelor's there. Unamaliza kitchen, unachukua last train, unaenda home. So after that, we got this British bar called the Hobgoblin.
And how many guys? First of all, how many guys? Was it always 7 guys?
Yeah, sometimes
because it's like a small space, I'm sure.
Yeah, the space was small. Sometimes it used to be maybe 15 to 20. That's a good day.
That's a killer night.
Oh, bro, that's a killer night. The space is also small, So 15, 20 people, that's a good number. Yeah, and then shows started just like popping up in different places organized by this guy. And then this is the piece that kind of changed the history of comedy in Tokyo. Hannibal came to Tokyo.
All right.
Hannibal came to that kitchen place.
He came to the kitchen, you guys?
Yes. He was seated downstairs. The open mic was upstairs. I go downstairs. I see him. I say hi. He was Hannibal and Eric Andre. Mm-hmm. He has a special. Yeah, he has a special on Netflix. Mm-hmm. And some 2 other comedians who are now big. I've forgotten their names. I go upstairs. I tell Dave, there's Hannibal downstairs. And can he have a few minutes? The Canadian guy, is one of those who has lived in Japan for a long time. He's like,
by the book.
This guy did not send me an email.
Did he know who the heck Hannibal was?
He knew.
Was Hannibal big at the time?
Cosby was already putting.
He had already done the Cosby thing.
Yes, exactly. So he was there. And then I tell Dave, listen, I don't care. I'll give him my 7 minutes.
You're willing to die for Hannibal.
Bro, this is Hannibal, man.
Yeah, true, yeah.
It's Hannibal, man. The first guy you're seeing like on that level live.
Yes.
And he's just there, wants to do an open mic for 12 people.
Had he told you he wants to do a spot?
Yeah. He asked for a spot.
And this guy wanted to name him.
The guy said no. And he told me, listen, if you give him your spot, you are not performing. If you don't want to perform, just go home. It's fine. And I was like, no, listen. It's okay. I just went and I did my minutes, and Hannibal couldn't get the space.
Oh, he didn't get a spot?
No spot for open mic. So I'll write that in my book. I get a stage where Hannibal cannot get stage.
Damn, you guy. What kind of corruption is happening in Japan?
Bro.
But that's crazy. This guy is by the freaking book.
You know what happened? Hannibal became mad and contacted another guy who owns the club that is now Tokyo Comedy Bar. A guy called Ben. And he told him, can you help me set up a show? You guy, we set up a show in a British bar called Good Heavens. For Hannibal, it was a Friday show. We sold out 2 shows in one day.
In a day,
people had to be turned away.
Because they're like, Hannibal is here, man.
Yeah, man, this is freaking Hannibal, man. We just announced the show, tickets were gone.
But that other guy was also being a bit of a bitch,
he has his own issues, So what Hannibal did, he came and the first 20 minutes he was just roasting the Canadian guy. Yeah, that was the show, bro. Come here, some Canadian motherfucker tells me you can't do an open mic. What the fuck is wrong with this ALTs?
That's funny. But it's interesting because Hannibal did the same thing here. Okay, he was a Nyimoda sport, but he just appeared. He did an ad. Someone did an ad for him that he'll be at some place at Village Market. And the same night, it was even free entry. What? Same evening, you guys, that place was packed. It was actually it was either 25th or 24th. It was during this holiday period. So you guys, that place was full. You guys, those guys were struggling to get 20 guys in the Blues up in CBD. So that guy is big. That guy is a big guy. So the Canadian guy was being a bit ambitious.
Yeah. So I mean, we sold out 2 shows,
but that did good for the scene, right,
bro? You see where Hannibal performed? That became the home of comedy in Tokyo. It became the Good Heavens, where we did comedy every Wednesday. Now, sold out shows most of the time for almost 4, 5, 6 years.
Yes. So it became a comedy bar.
It became a comedy bar. If you wanna do comedy or anybody, Jimmy Gaffigan came there, Tom Rhodes. I saw this guy there. This Dave Chappelle's writer.
Neil Brennan
was there. We were hanging. He was like, what are you doing in Tokyo? Black guy in Tokyo, how did you reach here? Everybody asked me that.
So it's become like a global sport if you're doing comedy in Tokyo.
Yes. Aziz Ansari was there. Like, so many big names came there. And it was the home of comedy now for a very long time. Until COVID hit. and then it went down. And then the guy who was hosting it left, and he didn't leave. He actually now opened the Tokyo Comedy Bar now. I think they fell off with now the guy who owns Good Heavens Comedy Club. Then he opened Tokyo Comedy Bar. He put all his investments there. He married a Japanese woman for the visa. Hey, Ben.
And for the rent.
For the rent and shit. So
ndio siwezi lipa lakini huyo baba yake yako na shares hapa Toyota.
Yeah, man. And now that's how we have Tokyo Comedy Bar.
So
but we have other show organizers.
Okay.
We have a Japanese guy called Meshida. He's big on YouTube. He organizes his thing. He's like a Japanese guy who does Japanese English comedy, but Japanese, you know. But yeah, I've been there throughout the journey, and I've had good relationships with people who run the scene and organize shows.
So can you do all the rooms? Or you guys
no, for me, I have no problems. The politics are there. Mad politics. Even before I came here, last week, there's a friend of mine called Ron Josol. He's doing a world tour. I was in Tokyo. There was just fucking politics. Politics are everywhere.
Those ones of if you perform here, you don't. If you
perform here, don't perform here. Exactly. That nonsense. Or, you know, I gave him this show, so I need to be on his show when he goes there. Why am I not on that show?
Yeah, I think politics goes everywhere human beings are.
Exactly. Especially in comedy. And then when some coins start showing up, it becomes worse. Even worse, you know? Yeah, because for those 10, whatever years, 9, 7, 8 years, to be honest, 2-3 years ago is when I got my first check. I'm like, okay, this is good.
Oh,
yes.
Was it a nice like the check? What was it? So was it a TV show or just?
No, that's the thing. Gate? That's the thing. This is not to brag, but I'm the only comedian in Tokyo who has a good 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
Who can hold a room? I mean, I have other people, but yeah, I have a small brand in Tokyo, you know. So I get private gigs and all this and all that. But this was a private show I was called to perform for the military.
The American
US military.
Oh yeah, that's a good audience.
Yes.
Were they hecklers?
Yes, and I loved it. Because, you know, they see you're black and then you're from Africa. So for them, they just think you're from Timbuktu or some shit like that.
So you use it to your advantage.
Yes, I was just go on stage and I'm like, what's up my nigga?
So you umekula pesa ya Uncle Sam you guys.
Mbaya sana. Unaenda hapo unajifanya, hey, my name is Evans, I'm from Africa, but when I grow up, I want to be a nigga.
Take it.
Yeah.
I love the nigga guy.
This nigga stupid. That's a compliment from the niggas. This nigga stupid, you guys. This nigga stupid. So I just roasted them like for 25 minutes. I did almost 40. I had a few, like 2 openers, and I did almost 40. It was not great, but it was one of those checks you're like.
But you guys, there's nothing as sweet as a comedy check, you guys.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Because we work so hard even to get that to that level where you'll get a check. So when you get it, even if it's a small check, it feels so good.
Exactly. And then after that, now I get big, not big, but I get, you know, okay checks now and then. It's not something that is consistent. But now with Tokyo Comedy Bar, there's a system where if you perform, you get paid a certain amount of money. So if you do more shows,
How do you guys do it? Do you do a share of the dough?
No. We do, like, there's a set amount.
Okay.
Whether we have 2 or 200 people in the audience.
Oh, okay.
You'll get this amount.
Oh, okay.
But also, like, for me, in Tokyo Comedy Bar, I have my own show. I have my own show every last Saturday of the month. This is me. I can do anything with it.
Right.
I can bring you to headline. I can do anything I want with it.
Nice.
As long as, you know, people are there. That's the thing. So, for that one, me and the bar, we go 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's my show. And also, if you are hosting, you get a little bit more than the performers. If you're headlining, there is a fee for headlining and all that. Yeah. It's not a lot, but
it's decent.
From the 10 years, from the 10 years ago, like where I used to even struggle with the ticket money from the for the train to go for open mics, and then I have to rush home and all that. And I was a student, I didn't have any money. To now, I'm like, Right, like I don't do comedy for the money, but if I can get a few coins here and there,
yeah, why not? If not, why not? I think it's that building. I think is that journey, and I think it's the same thing I'm facing with the podcast. So I'm trying to build it to a place where it'll be sustainable. I don't know how long it'll take. Maybe it'll take 3 years.
Going,
maybe
man.
it'll take a month.
Bro.
Guys have said, but they shout out. I got some 500 bob juicy from some guy. I don't remember his name. I think I'll write the name.
Was it
over here.
Patreon or?
No, when I'm doing the show, I normally put a till number over there.
Yeah, okay.
So, okay. Toa dada, toa ndogo. Check it, toa ndogo, toa dada. Check
by the way,
it, there's a guy who sent me 22 bob, you guys. You see, my
22 bob?
My balance on the till was 30 bob. So, no, 38. Okay? So, another day I checked till it was 60 bob.
The guy was just bored and was like, is your name really Kisiangani? Wacha tuone tumetumia nani.
Jamaa
Emmanuel Kisiangani ni yeye.
22. So Josie, some other guy sent 500 bob.
That's great, man.
There's another guy previously, hiyo nilitoa nikatumia. There's another guy called Blaze. He sent 500 bob.
Shout out Blaze, man.
Shout out. Blaze was the first guy to send money. There's another guy, I don't remember his name. Someone sent 200 bob. But my point is, the reason I brought it up, when you're building up something, there's that painful period where you have to, grow it from that little thing to whatever you want it to be.
Exactly. And
So you need some sort of grace to stay, as it's growing.
Bro, once you remove your focus from the fame and the popularity and the money, you're gonna grow.
Yeah.
For me, when I started, I was like, ntawaonyesha, but that just takes you too far, like once you forget all that and just focus on the craft, bro. The biggest check I've ever made is me on my special. I sold out 2 shows.
Damn.
It sounds big, but it's a 60-seater, so it wasn't.
No, but that's something.
Yeah, so 2 shows in one night. I'm the only local comedian who has ever done that.
What?
Nobody
Was
else.
it the same night?
Yes.
And how did it feel? Because I've always wanted to do that. Huh?
Bro.
Okay, no, I've always wanted, because obviously we follow things happening in the States. So you're like, first show sold out.
Yes.
Second show, tickets available.
Exactly.
Like,
bro, the feeling you get. Ooh.
So do you just do the same set for both shows?
Yes, and I think I'm glad I did 2 shows because I was recording my special. It's not like Doug's.
Okay.
I had someone echo Doug.
You guys there. I was hosting Doug's special. There was a feminist from the UN or something. Okay, I don't know if she was from the UN.
Feminist.
Some feminist was heckling.
I get such, man. Like 2 weeks ago I was performing and I have this joke. I said I used to live in Chiba. Remember Chiba? Chiba is...
Yes, Chiba.
Yeah, I was going jogging in the morning and I saw another black person. I was shocked to see another black person in my neighborhood. So as a brother, I did the right thing, I crossed the road towards them and I called the police.
Yeah.
Because this white woman was seated in front and was like, that's not funny.
She said that.
Yes. That's not funny. Allowed you guy. And I said, yes, you are white. Remember, I'm black. Okay. I just told her, I'm black. I can call the police on my people.
That's funny, you guys.
And I just started going in on her. Because for me, people know.
And I'm sure that response was killer.
People like that was. It got a bigger applause than the joke,
Yeah, it was a highlight.
Yes, for me,
I'm black.
Yes, I remember I'm black. So she was more hard than us. Black,
definitely.
Yeah, so Doug's...
At Doug's special, there was this chick who was with the feminists. I think they gathered together. So I'm asking her, the way you can ask, because I was a host.
Yeah.
So I was asking her, so what's your name? Then she told me, I'm not participating. Hey guy, checking me. Hey, then why did you sit at the front? Checky, I'm not participating. So I just kept repeating that to you guys. Checky, I'm not participating. So I'm like, wait, where did Doug get these triggered guys to come and sit at the front?
Oh my goodness! And that's actually the warning I give at my Raw show. My show that I host, monthly gig. I tell people this is a Raw show. I don't do my material. 90% of the jokes
improv,
just crowd work.
Yeah,
improv. I always talk to all the audiences, be it 2 or 22 or 22 Bob, the guy who sent it.
Yeah. It's 2 Bob guy.
That's funny. So I tried. I'm just trying to train my muscle to be spontaneous. And I've been doing this even before doing the Raw show. 2 years, last year, 2021, I was like, what do I want to do different this year? And I said, at my shows, I'll be doing at least a minute of crowd work, whether it goes left or right, whether just asking someone, what's your name? Emmanuel. Bye. Continue the show. Like, and that has grown. And now, like, my shows, people are like, the last show I did, someone came to me and was like, yo, I've watched you 4 times. You've never done the same jokes. I'm like, yeah, because of course
it's interactive.
It's not the same people sitting at the same place asking the same questions, you know. So I just try to be very spontaneous. Hecklers are there always, but you just have to train, man.
So you did 2 sold out
yes
shows?
I did 2 sold out shows, but that's the thing. The second one, people are like, oh, you did great, both shows. But for me, the feeling you were talking about, I had a good feeling after the second show. The first one, I think the room was very cold.
Okay.
And I think I was also very, very...
uptight.
Yes, I wasn't relaxed.
Okay.
Plus, I broke up with my girlfriend a week before my recording.
Damn.
So she was sending me messages saying, hey, I hope you have a good show tonight and all that. So I am the one who broke it off. So I started feeling kind of guilty and all this and all that.
Cheeky, why did I break up with her?
Exactly.
You guys should have broken up with her after the show.
I know, man. But
what's up with you and timing, you guys? Comedic timing. Yeah?
I know, man. So, I mean, it just happened, man. There's never a right time to break up.
True.
So. So
maybe you'd have had post-show sex.
Exactly.
Check you. Hinder.
I recorded both shows. I've seen the clips. I have the raw footage. Now it's going to editing stage. So
are you gonna put it on YouTube?
I think that's the way to go, man. I think I'm just gonna put it on YouTube and then like cut small clips and try, because most of these people, the bookers, they wanna see your tape.
We were talking about that before.
Exactly. So it's good to have something that is well recorded and all that, you know.